What is South Korea's #1 cultural export? Most people say K-pop. They're wrong, by a factor of 4. In late 1997, the Asian financial crisis struck South Korea with catastrophic force. The nation required a bailout of more than $50 billion from the IMF, the largest in history at that point, and unemployment nearly tripled within 2 years. But as factories shuttered and offices emptied, a strange new business appeared on nearly every city street corner: the PC Bang, a cheap internet cafe where anyone could play online games for less than $1 an hour. In 1998, Blizzard released StarCraft, a real-time strategy game that ignited a national obsession. In its early years, nearly half of all copies sold worldwide went to South Korea alone. Television networks began broadcasting professional matches. Pro gamers became household names, signed sponsorship deals, and filled arenas. The South Korean government made a calculated bet. It invested hundreds of millions of dollars into national broadband infrastructure through programs like Cyber Korea 21, wiring cities, towns, and rural villages with high-speed internet. By the early 2000s, South Korea had one of the fastest, most accessible internet networks on Earth, and gaming was the primary engine driving demand for it. The infrastructure became a launchpad for Korean game studios. Companies like Nexon and NCSoft built massively multiplayer online games that attracted millions of players across Asia and beyond. These weren't just entertainment products, they were persistent digital economies, generating recurring revenue year after year through subscriptions and in-game purchases long before the rest of the world had a name for that model. In 2017, Korean studio Krafton released PUBG, Battlegrounds, and essentially invented the battle royale genre that would reshape the entire global gaming industry. The game accumulated over 1.75 billion lifetime downloads across all platforms and generated more than $15 billion in revenue, making it one of the most commercially successful video games ever created by any studio in any country. The scale of what Korea built is staggering. By 2024, Korean game exports exceeded $5 billion, more than the country's music, film, broadcast, and animation industries combined. Gaming exports were more than 4 times larger than K-pop exports that year. South Korea's 4 largest game companies alone generated over $7 billion in combined annual revenue, and the nation ranked as the world's 4th largest gaming market. South Korea's gaming empire is no accident. It is the product of a financial catastrophe that forced reinvention, a government that bet on connectivity when others were cutting costs, and a culture that turned digital competition into a national identity. The same country that once borrowed $50 billion from the IMF now exports billions in digital culture to the rest of the world quietly, systematically, and almost entirely without the world noticing.